You're such an asshole.
So I got to give you the background on this one so everybody is caught up to date so we know the context of this request. So I believe it was Sweet Kisses from Truckin' was telling me in the comment section about how it wasn't him. Some black guy was overseas in Thailand. And no, it was Colombia. Sorry, wrong country. This current thing is about Thailand. It's like the guy was in Colombia. And there was a black gal over there from America trying to talk to the black men, Americans who were tourists in Colombia. And she started crying because the black men, American black men, were paying them no attention and were obviously enjoying Colombia or hitting on other girls and all that. And the thesis or what they're trying to tell me is I said, wait a minute, because logistically with the math, I'm like, that is the most expensive and inefficient way. If you want a black guy from America and you're American, why are you playing an away game that costs you at least a $500 round trip ticket going over in Colombia? And we have a fair amount of black men in the audience. They say, Cappy, you don't understand. In the United States, there is a culture among black women kind of akin to the pick-me phenomenon that if you hit on a black guy in the United States or show you're interested in a black guy, you get shamed by the black women within that community or group. And I'm thinking like, it's that bad. And all the black men in the audience corroborated this. So I can't discuss. Ladies, you could contest otherwise in the comment section. And they were saying that culture is so ingrained and cemented that if a black gal wanted to meet a black guy in the United States, it's better for them to go overseas where they are not part of this female feminist hive mind, anti-male mindset where they won't be shamed and they can actually talk to a black guy they would like to in Colombia rather than their own backyard or the neighborhood bar down the street. And then a bunch of other guys were saying like, yeah, there's videos of these gals lamenting and berating black men for going overseas, although that's nothing new. You see that on the internet every day, how like, get the fuck out of here. And then black men get the fuck out of here and become passport bros. And like, how dare you get the fuck out of here? I won't like it. I mean, it's bad for all Western guys. It is. But you guys got the worst. I will not lie about that. Yeah, we got pick-me's and yeah, we got liberal white women and they're pernicious kind of, oh my God, we got to stop housing for being built because it's a different type of warped fuck-upness. But I don't know if anything beats that where you have created such a genuinely toxic culture domestically within your own group and you subserviate yourself to that hive mind girl, mean girls toxicity that then secretly deep down inside you want a black guy, but the only way to do it is to go overseas and interrupt them when they're like, yeah, okay, you rejected me when we were domestic and now I'm overseas. Like, what the fuck are you doing on my beach? And so we had a black guy from the United Kingdom. It's getting complicated now. Everybody grab your map. And he says, yeah, there's obviously some difference between the United Kingdom and the United States, but generally Western nations in general, like, yeah, this is real and this happened. And he provides some information. So I read another article of his. And then Truckin', now I remember where Truckin' came in. Sweet Kisses from Truckin' comes in and says, yeah, this happened to me because he was in the military. And he was stationed, what was it, Okinawa Truckin'? You were somewhere in Japan. And you were on a date, or maybe not even on a date. I think he was just sitting with the Japanese girl. And a black gal, like the one that day in Japan, found Truckin' and said something like, your mother must be really ashamed of you because you were talking to an Asian gal. So now I got another email from our UK black male agent in the field. And he writes in, And it's not that I didn't believe you, just so you know, to the client, I believe you guys. You guys are the ones on the field. I'm not. I have chased after the very few and occasional black gal, but obviously I'm not ensconced in the culture. But let me, there was, okay, I got focus. Hey there, Cappy. Happy belated Thanksgiving. I'm the black UK agent in the field who tried to explain the phenomenon of US black women going overseas to pursue US black men. That video seemed to do quite well, and quite a few brothers affirmed what I said in the video was contributing to other relevant points. You said you believe that what I was saying in that video, which is great. Right. No, I believe you guys. I wouldn't have no reason not to. But to further illustrate the points I made about women in the black community, I'd like you to watch the following video, which concerns black men going eastward towards Thailand. This should help demonstrate what I said about black women think that they own black men and want to police their behavior, and engaging in negative social mimicry, misandry, regards them in is absolutely true, regardless of where black men go. If any, and the video, which I have linked below, shout out to Please Act Right. He put together a really good video. The segment that our UK agent in the field is talking about the Thai. There's a black woman in Thailand berating and lamenting black men because they weren't talking to her over there. That's only like a quarter of the video. The other 3/4 is clips, which he's editing and commenting on, of black women, frankly, just treating you guys like shit. I mean, we don't need no, and you look out, and I ain't gonna, there's one with Saint Kevin Samuels where she said it. She said it. Clip it, put it on TikTok. She said it. Rest his soul. And yes, are those videos curated to make it look like? Sure. Do I believe all TikTok girls? No. But I will say this: when I was watching and listening to the video, the debate that I've had, as many other people, is, are these girls on TikTok, do they really believe that? Are they being like professional wrestlers and being edgy and agitating to get clicks? There were some videos where I'm like, no, I think she's being real. Let's just be blunt. The pretty blonde girl in the fucking whatever fancy SUV, like you're trying to figure out, okay, what luxury car are you in? Like, oh my God, the guy asked me out. I'm like, oh my God, we should just cut off his penis. Like, I mean, should we pass a law? Like they're doing such theater. They are advocating such ridiculous things, like they're always good looking and they always got their makeup on. They're always like, so I divorced my husband of 12 years and we have 3 kids. And it's just because I want to go and like experience sleeping with a criminal. And no, that's fake. Most of these I believe are real. I don't know. The tone they were talking, what they were claiming wasn't so outlandish or ridiculous. So I'm inclined to believe the thesis, the premise that, there is a cancerous level of a toxic environment within the black female community and the relationships with black men, where they seem to think that they own you. And you could go ahead and watch the video and be like, my God, this might be the worst of the worst. But I think what really, like I said, I believe you guys. It's not that I need convincing. What really convinced me, and it's several years ago now, is brothers like, getting the fuck out of here. Okay. I'm going to go overseas. I'm going to go right. We got it. You girls don't like us. You're going to have other men's kid. Pookie and Ray Ray is all you need. Man, Pookie and Ray Ray are really busy. They're very busy men. We're getting the fuck out of Dodge. You told us to fuck off and leave you alone. We're doing that. We're fucking off and leaving you alone. And then they got pissed. Then they're doing all these videos. How dare you, men? It's like, you just told them, I'd like a chocolate ice cream. Here's your chocolate ice cream. How dare you give me a chocolate ice cream? Fuck it. That's insanity. That's just fucking insanity. And I don't know, maybe some guys, black or not, would like to go and have some kids. Maybe some guys would like to have a nice place. I know a guy, a hiking buddy of mine. I won't mention his name. Yes, he's a black dude. He went to Colombia. Him and his brother they both found Colombian women and they both got married. It's kind of cute. Like brothers and sisters they got married. It's like, hey, really? He's like, yeah, my brother met this gal and she introduced us. And then I flew down there. So we're both getting married. I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool, man. Oh my God. And then, of course he shows me a picture. Oh, is he? Wow. She's, thin, attractive, wearing a dress, nice looking. And her mouth is fucking closed. Wow, the nice, sweet girl over in Colombia. You chose to marry that one, huh? This guy's another dude altogether. He grew up Caribbean islands. Then Florida. This guy never saw mountains. They came out to Vegas, and I'm like taking up fucking mountains and going down the Colorado. It's like, it's like, I don't know, like a kid in Disneyland and never seen it before. It's just like, what? Can we go up there? Yeah, if you want, we can go up there. Can I swim in the river? You can swim in the river. Oh, anyway. Wow, imagine that. The nice, quiet, sweet gal who was obedient. And those are the ones him and his brother decided to marry. So I believe it. I believe it. And I think what conclusively proved it to me is like, you literally told your men to fuck off. They fucked off. And now you're pissed that they fucked off. Ain't nobody got time for that. Just don't have time for that shit. And even making it more basic, boiling it down. I've used this analogy before. Let's say you're a country and you have magnesium mines. Every country needs magnesium. I don't know what it's for. I guess metals or vitamins, whatever. We need magnesium. And then, oh shit, the magnesium ran out of the magnesium mine. There's no more magnesium. Well, the only place you can get it is overseas. Now you have to import your magnesium. It's no different than women. Look, you girls don't want to get married. You want to be combative. You want to disagree or what? You just don't want men. Fine, for whatever reason. Or you're going to say you want it, but you're going to make it impossible. It's too, yeah, there's magnesium in the mine, but it's too difficult to extract. We'd have to have chemical processes. And you know what? Since we've effectively ran out of magnesium, the only place to go is overseas. And so it is that simple. So I believe you guys. So the client continues to write, if any man in the audience wonders why the Passport Bro movement even exists, the video will leave no illusions as to why. The black women therein use their own words to demonstrate the sentiment that I've described previously. Skip to 6 minutes until the end. I'd recommend reading or watching the whole thing. So I linked to it below. Again, the channel is called Please Act Right. And the title of the video is Passport Sis Mad, Black Men Won't Speak in Thailand. Okay, so I can close that one out. It's from the channel Please Act Right by a brother named Raul. He's somewhat red pill adjacent and looking to grow his audience. So he's got 100,000 subscribers, so he's doing well. So I'd be very surprised if he'd have any problems with introducing your audience to his channel. This request, I know I'll have to pay for, which is absolutely fine. So please watch the vid through while streaming and get a raw reaction. I'll pay for it. So I couldn't, and just so you guys know, me or anyone else, rapidly going are the days where you can do a live reaction stream because Google has AI. It's not human beings looking for whether you're copywriting people's stuff. And I've seen a ton of people who are fair use policy doing a video reaction. They're contributing something new, but the fact it's the same video that they're playing, AI picks up on it and it drastically increases your chance of that getting a copyright strike. So all I can do now is watch the video and report what he agreed to there. Please act right. But so then getting back to this somewhat hard to believe phenomenon of black women flying overseas to lecture and berate black men. Colombia, I can kind of get. It's there. It's in our hemisphere. Thailand? Dude, I flew to the Philippines. That was like a 19-hour flight. Thailand, I think, is only 17 hours. And he wasn't wrong. So among that bunch of other videos, in the last quarter of the video, he goes to this black gal in Thailand. And she was complaining that black men, or she tried to talk to a black guy in Thailand, and he kind of was like, okay. And the black dude went on about his own thing. And she was pissed. She did a lengthy video about it. She opened it up the comments. Black men, especially in America, came in and explained why. It was on TikTok. I think it was on TikTok. And the guy was saying, shit, I closed the window. He was saying how people are being respectful and saying, like, look, you shoot us down at home and then you go overseas and wonder why we're over there just to lecture us for hitting on other women over there. A lot of times we're not even there, maybe just like the food and it's warm. Marcus Brown went over to Thailand. He had a grand old time. They try to explain, like, look, you've really more or less rejected us, told us we're no good, so we're leaving you alone. If you know, even out of respect, look, you don't like our presence, we'll leave. And then when we go overseas, you expect us to have our presence or an audience with us, let alone one where we're going to talk or maybe get together. Like, no, this is ridiculous. This is fucking insanity. And then she concludes that was the punchline. She's so dumb, she didn't realize she just outed herself. So she getting all pissed up and in a tizzy over this guy not talking to her. And she concludes that, like, black men don't deserve shit and black men suck. And blah, blah, blah. It's like, lady, you just instead of, are you capable of self-reflection? Are you capable of, like, okay, this is another human being over here. They have their own mind, they're sentient, they see things, they're conscious. And I asked a question, why ain't the rutabaga growing? And then these guys who are rutabaga farmers says, well, the rutabaga ain't growing because whatever. There's not enough fertilizer, ain't enough sun, or ain't enough water. And you're like, oh, fuck you guys. Don't you tell me there ain't enough water for the rutabaga. And then fuck you, people. I hate rutabaga farmers. It's like, can you shut up and listen? You got a problem. You'd like to meet black men. Okay, black men told you. Well, here are our concerns. Fuck you guys. I hate you. And there's no solution. I mean, really, the magnesium has ran out in the magnesium mine. You got to go overseas because you don't have the time or life expectancy to wait for the culture to change within the black female community for them to essentially become pro-men, or at least understanding and accepting, acknowledging, like, no, those are other human beings. They have tastes and preferences, especially pertains to us. They would like us to be kind, demure, sweet, thin, whatever. And they don't have to agree with that. They can say, no, we're not going to do that. We want to be fat, loud, combative, and hostile. Okay, I don't know where that's going to get you, but okay, you have that choice. By the time this culture-wide epiphany happens among black women, as well as women in general in the West, that, no, those are separate human beings, and you must consider what they want. And it's your choice to deliver to what you want. But being mean and hostile ain't going to get you anywhere. Until that happens, you don't have the time, especially if you wish to start a family. If you want to have kids, you really, I'm not saying don't fish here, right? But this is the old, put a couple poles down, strap them to the bridge, and you check once a week or something, see if there's a fish on the hook. Otherwise, seriously, if you want to get married, you got to go to where the magnesium is, which is unfortunately overseas, which requires an away game. Just because they're more conducive, they're more traditional. At least they're open and receptive to the idea of getting married and have a kid. I mean, there's the problems, getting hoodwinked and for the green card and all that other stuff. But I mean, this isn't even an edgy take. If you want to get married and have a traditional nuclear family with kids, your chances are way better going overseas, because that environment, that culture has not purposely propagandized the female population into being anti-marriage or anti-male. And so I believe you. I 100% believe you. It's tragically comical. Like, it's funny, but it's sad, where it's like, oh my fucking God, how delusional are you? But I believe you. Of course, I believe you. Link below, got a couple resources. The link to the guy's channel. If you want to watch that video, there'll probably be nothing new to you guys. The Black Man's Guide to Poverty. where get your financial shit together. So like you already got enough headaches and hurdles. You have enough landmines you get to tiptoe around on this path through life. Let's make sure finances isn't one of them. So take a look at the Black Man's Guide Out of Poverty. And then what was the third? Oh, sanity is the future of wealth. This is for everyone. Dude, people are crazy in this country. They are. They're just crazy. And it ain't you. So it's a short treatise. It's not even a book. It's like an essay length thing. Go get Sanity is the Future of Wealth. And just spare your mental health. Let's go to the super chats. At DevilDoc84, $5. What book should I read to help me with setting up my retirement? 41 years of minimal savings. Two, one of which isn't mine. If you want the math, like 41 years, the fact you mentioned a number means you're looking at numbers. Go get Early Retirement Extreme by Jacob Lund Fisker, Fisker. And then I would get Bachelor Pad Economics, which you're not going to read the whole book because it's a reference book. And then just read the chapters on retirement planning, of which I think roughly there's 3. And that should set you straight. I mean, it'll give you the roadmap. You got to execute on it and contribute to IRAs and 401ks and things like that. But yeah, that I would read Jacob Lund Fisker's book, Early Retirement Extreme, and then grab Bachelor Pad Economics and just read the chapters on retirement planning. I mean, you can, if you just want the math, there's all these formulas like retirement calculators and all that. You can go ahead and do that too if you just want the quick and dirty. But of the how and the why and I see and stuff like that. Hambone, one of the elderly men in America with the world's greatest bulletproof hair. Passport bros leaving leftist shithole cities, opting out of corporate hell. It's all the same. Untenable is untenable. Apathy and popcorn time. Yep. This is unsustainable. Things that are unsustainable will end. Things that are impossible will not continue. They cannot happen. You cannot have one entire sex be at best adversarial and combative with the other sex and have it work. It will not work. You need to love each other more than you love yourselves. You need to acknowledge that's another human being with the same, they hurt. If I cut, do I not bleed? Right? You've got like, it's business. It's negotiate. You just can't come in there and say, give me that shit. No, it's a business transaction. Are you going to offer them something in exchange? You have to be not selfless to the point you're sacrificial, but you do have to acknowledge that's another human being with their own motivations and desires, dreams, and goals. And if you're going to berate and mock, and how dare you have your dreams, right? Just you want. It's not just the black man. Go to any woman. Like, yeah, I'm not marrying a fat chick. Okay, you can get upset all you want. I am not marrying a fat chick. Not happening. If you do get fat, I'm going to go fuck other women. Shh. The adults are in charge. Please be quiet. This is not an opinion. It's a fact. I can't get it up for a fact. I'm sorry, it's not happening. So don't get fat. I can't. I feel real bad for our fathers and our generations of men before us who got today, men have had an epiphany and a realization that arguing is kind of beneath us. Like, no, I'm not. It is absurd that you're trying to convince me that fat women are beautiful. This is absurd. It's absurd. I have to argue with you. And since it's absurd, I have to argue with you. I'm going to not argue with you. But I look at all the generations past with all this gray, foggy morass, can't nail them down type of, well, if you just felt this way and you got to understand, blah, blah, blah. No, we're done with this shit. Because at the end of the day, it was all a ruse. It was all smoke screen. So you didn't have to work and you got free shit. That's basically at the end of the day. We're done with this now. It's black and white arguments. It's facts. You gain weight. I'm leaving. I even got to the point. No, there's no crying. There's no crying. We don't cry. You're an adult. What are you crying about? You're either factual or you're not. And I think this very much liberated where you're not getting bogged down in these emotional cry. Like if you ever argued with a woman, it's never about facts. It's always emotion. Then they cry. Why? Because they do not have an argument. They don't. They're always trying to get something for nothing. And they use emotion and crying so you feel bad and capitulate. No, we're not buying a new car because we don't have the money. Well, if you go, leave, find another guy. It's not happening. Can you make dinner? Yes. Thank you, wife from traditional country of not the West. Hey, that's it. And now I will go and fix the car. See, I won't have to argue with you about how you're oppressed because I asked you to make dinner. I have time now to fix the car because I love you and care about you. And now we work together as a happy unit of family. And the kids don't grow up cutting their junk off. Okay. I think that's good. Western world. Hey, can you make dinner? What do you think I got to do with you, Sabbath? Oh, and all that time you're arguing like I could have fixed the car. We could have had a higher standard of living, albeit a little bit, but the little bit adds up day to day. All of a sudden, you got a stable house. It's clean. Everything's put together. Your cars ain't breaking down. You don't have mechanic repair. Everyone's eating healthy. Why? Because people shut the fuck up and did their jobs. Oh. Ken Rose, $2. He says, hi, hello, Ken. Shark Tawes. Everybody subscribe to Shark Tawes' channel, $10. The older I get, the more important peace becomes to me. A Saturday to myself for a quiet walk or video games or working on projects is something I protect viciously. It's as you get older, things like sleep, peace, the freedom and flexibility, not for the rest of your life. And we all got to work, right? But having that day where like, I don't got to do nothing. Look at me. I'm still in my bathrobe. Didn't even take a bath. People don't even take baths no more. That's kind of the rare treat. Shower robe. This is my shower robe. Yeah, man. Like I'm doing this and I'm going to go hike with my buddy. I'm going to go play Assassin's Creed Black Flag because it's the one that doesn't suck. And yeah, as you get older, you're like, look, man, I am not. You know what? Go get my book, Zero World Problems. I talk about a relationship where it's like, no, this is so stupid. There should be no arguing. We're doing it this way. End of discussion. You will comply and you will comply jovially. You're not going to argue with me about how the dishes are done, or we're not doing that. And no, I'm not being considerate. No, you don't have a point. It is stupid to argue about whether or not you're going to make a sandwich. And once you get to that epiphany, you realize, no. There's going to be peace in my household. There will be no discussion or debate. I say X it is. If you don't like X, there's no arguing. You just leave. So it means to be the head of a household. And once you get that peace, you realize, oh my God, this is so wonderful. And you're like, no one is going to take this from me. So anyone who wants to be a part of your life, whether that's a romantic gal or friends or whatever, like friends, I'm like, yeah, you're here for 3 days and you're going home. It's like, nope, this is how I run my house. And you're going to go home after 3 days. But having a spouse or a woman in your life, like, okay, there's some rules, man. And I'm not arguing with you. It's not happening. We spend less than we make. No, you're not going to buy that stupid shit. No, we're not going to have a storage facility. No, you're not majoring in journalism. No, you're not having that piece of pie. And above all else, no, I don't have to tell you to do these things because you're an adult and you have self-control. Nonstop Dre, $2. Cappy gets it up for Big Mike and the Carlson School of Management. No, I do not like Big Mike. And the Carlson School of Management is a horrible school. All right, there you go. Links to all the resources below. We'll see you guys later. Toodles.